Okay, that's great. So we'll get started right away. So introductions. My name is Trust Correct? And I lead Aptalic Club slash Aptalic Academy. And since 2017, I've been building AI systems, either for companies or for myself. And currently with Aptalic Club, where we try to build and launch AI consumer apps and teach applied AI. And so far, we have about 300 plus in the academy, and we're growing. And about September, November, we got support from OpenAI to build Intender, which is our flagship AI product. It's an AI agent for job search. It's on the Play Store. So again, shameless plug. You can Play Store and Apple Store. You can go over and see how that helps you. But generally, I'm happy to talk about AI around either via webinars like this, or via the academy, or via anywhere at all. AI is my stronghold. All right, so let's get started to it. So the goal today is to understand how to monetize AI. Of course, AI is the new kid on the block. There are a lot of trends around AI. How's AI for that is a lot. But how can we apply AI? And that's why I said applied AI is my specialty. We have those who research AI models, those who do and engineer AI, but then how can we use AI tools and AI models to actually do something? And that's where this webinar comes in. There are so many ways that AI can be monetized, but in this webinar, we're going to cover just about four of them. And the first is AI automation, which is like the cliche kind of way to generate or earn from AI. Second is AI fashion model images, AI music creation, and AI voiceover and audiobooks. Now we're going into details for each of them. Now these practical parts are either things that I'm currently doing or exploring, or I've actually paid people money to do. And then we're going to see why this is something that can monetize, how you can monetize it, and tools you can use to monetize it. Now, again, everything here will require effort. It's not easy, but it's doable, right? But then let's see how it's possible to be achieved. If there are any questions you have during some, I'm going to stop for each of the parts to check the charts to see if there's any questions. Then we'll tackle them. Then wait for the final part, end of the webinar. Then we can take all questions together. All right, so let's get started. So the first part is AI model, fashion model images. Now, I saw this about 2 months ago, but then it's increasingly becoming something that actually does work, especially for brands that do not have a lot of money to hire models. Now, how and why is this monetizable? So the first is that fashion brands need model pictures for their clothing. Someone is launching a new car brand, someone is launching a new, clothing brand, a t-shirt, jean, whatever. Models are always called to the photo shoots, and photo shoots are expensive. We're talking about 20K, 50K, 100K, even 200K depending on what kind of shoots you want to do. And it takes time for the pictures to be ready, and then you can edit and then push them online, and that's slow, right? But now AI can generate realistic models, realistic images wearing the brand, either a cap or a t-shirt, just like you have it in the studio. Now we see a lot of people who have, anniversary shoots, graduation shoots using AI, and sometimes it comes out nice, right? But then there are tools, of course, OpenAI is there. The GPT Plus can help do that. Gemini can help. And Botica there's so many tools, but these three are the ones I've used and tested, and they make more sense. Gemini for me wins it, except you want to pay for Botica for that. Now, I was able to generate these images to prepare for this particular webinar. If you look at the image, the two images by the left was done with OpenAI. So basically, I was trying to see how I can model a cap. So this is like a random sample cap, right? And GPT was able to generate sample models that anyone who have a cap brand can use to model the cap across different styles and across different, styles and different shirts and whatever you can use to model the cap, yeah. So Gemini on the right-hand side was what was used to generate the other images by the right. Two, one is standing, the one is sitting down, and the prompt was used. Now, the kind of images or the outputs that you're going to receive from the different kind of prompts depends on the prompt, right? So if you're using Gemini, OpenAI, or whatever tool, the prompt sells it, right? So anybody can actually access GPT, anybody can access Gemini, but the results they're going to get will be different from you who can actually do proper prompt. Something we call prompt engineering. Basically, the ability to use English language structured in a way that AI can understand and give you better results. But anybody can say, oh, I can generate sample images for, models, but it could come out looking not too fine, right? But then you can ask GPT different styles. You can be creative, but then the prompt is what makes it tick. Now, there are brands. Now, I had to do a few research. I'm going to share my screen. Hold on. I'm going to share, and I hope you see this. Yeah. So this is a box model. I just found this on Gemini. I don't know them, just to disclaimer. I just found it just to make an example. Now, people who have either boutiques or launching a clothes brand, whatever fashion, fashion designers who have different styles, they can actually book models, right? And then if you look at here, it says our fees, but we do ask for a minimum of 15,000 naira per model for most projects, and then higher budget, whatever. You can hire male and female models for them for either a fashion show. I can highlight this, but I hope you can see this. Let me see if I can yeah, I can see it. So either for fashion show or runway or fashion company, whatever. But our interest here is for fashion, right? Now, if you scroll down, you will see the budgets that they have on here, right? So it depends again on the kind of models, the kind of images they're looking for, the shoot they're looking for. It gets as low as 20K, 60K here, as 100K, 200K. It depends. Now you can offer a cheaper alternative and a fast alternative if you can are able to know what prompts to use, how to style the prompt, even add motion to it, right? So there are some, for example, the images that we just shown on here, there's a way you can actually add extra, prompt, not on GPT or Gemini. There's another tool you can use to make it work. So you can make these pictures walk and turn and all this in a runway fashion show style, showcasing the cap or whatever branding clothing you have to showcase. And you can actually charge as low as, so it depends. So the tools, Gemini is free, but again, you can compare the outputs of a paid tool. You can invest 20K for a month plan, or as it depends on the kind of tool you want to, then charge whatever you want to charge for businesses or the brands and fashion, designers to model their clothing for them. And you multiply that fee times the number of people you can get in a month, that's a fee, right? So one way to actually monetize AI could be looking towards the fashion model image, side of things. The only thing you need to know is to how to be good at prompt engineering and choose a tool. Gemini is free, OpenAI is free, but paid tools give you more, better output. You can even add motions. They can walk and turn, and you can actually sell different models, showcasing different clothes or different brands. And so they don't really have to pay so much money to do that or look for, so people actually DM their friends, strangers, please, can you help me do modeling for this and that? Not everybody can do that, right? We can easily offer the solution for them, for a fee. Again, like I said, it's possible. We just take time to get familiar with that, but people actually do pay, for modeling or models to actually, model their brands or clothes or whatever they have, fashion designers, all of that. Yeah. So that's the first. And yeah, that's why I said it's monetizable. Fashion brands need model pictures for their clothing. They do. Normal photo shoots are expensive. You have to find a model to use. You have to edit it and time. And yeah, so AI can fix that. They can actually create this and actually see who actually pays for that going forward. Now, this is one I have been exploring, and I love it because now, I love writing songs, but then I can't sing. So, but then I'm using AI to do sing, and then sharing it on Spotify and see who listens, and I get some stream income. Now, you can create um, you can compose melodies, beats, full songs with AI. You don't have to be a professional musician to start. Just understand what you want to create. Again, prompt. So something we teach at Applic Academy, we say a great agent equals great prompts, right? So the better the prompt is, the better the agent would be. So you can guide AI with prompts, and then it gives you back, the song. You can edit and add lyrics if you want to add as well. You can. So when you create it, you own the right to sell the music, put it on TikTok, put it on Instagram, anywhere you want to put it, right? So the tools below, Sono, 11 Labs, and Podio are tools you can use to create these songs. Now I've used Suno, but I've not used 11 Labs. I only use it for audio book generation and trying to test it. Sono works fine. 11 Lab works as well. Podio is the tool we're building in-house. So we're building Podio in-house. We're launching very soon. And we're trying to see how we can help anybody create music, Afrobeats, whatever song you want to create, and then distribute it to a record label in real time. So it's still in work, but it should be launching anytime soon. Again, shameless plug, right? But then I want to show you guys how this can be monetized. Again, I'm going to share my screen. So I'm going to ask questions once we move from parts. Okay, my bad. So, are there any questions with regards to fashion modeling generation as part of an income stream? If any questions, please do well to type on the chat. All right, if there's none, we can actually do proceed. All right, I'll give you like a few seconds for any questions, else we can move on. Okay, none. All right, so let's keep moving. Right. So I mentioned creating music with AI. Now I want to show you guys something. Okay, I think I'm gonna do, just give me a sec. I want to open Spotify and show something. Then we get back. Okay. All right, I've seen it. Hope you can see the screen. Yes, you can. All right. So I attempted creating an EP, actually launched an EP 2, 3 weeks ago, and under the brand name called Echo of Sound. So all the songs here were created by AI. I had to write the lyrics, but AI can give you lyrics as well. Right, I'm going to just play this one so you can hear it, see if you can hear. Let me see. Your coffee cup. Can you hear that? I doubt you can. No, you cannot hear. Can you hear the song? If you can, just give me a thumbs up on the chat or wherever. Oh, you can. Okay, thanks. All right, so this is all right said with AI, and this took not less than a few hours. I had the lyrics already, and you can see Trust in Your Creative composer, and Nikhil Sound is the artist I used with DistroKid, right? Now, if you look at how, because Spotify actually pays averagely $0.003 per stream. So the game here is to increase the number of streams, right? And then you can increase the number of the income that comes, right? So the higher the streams, you know how musicians try to like, promote their songs and all. So that's the only work you have to do. But the songs can be created. So this is the stats. So I use DistroKid to distribute the music across YouTube Music, Spotify, Desa, iTunes, and all of those places, right? So right now I'm at 500 streams. Income comes 3 months after you push the songs to the streaming platforms. But hopefully, so now again is that if you scroll down, you see most of the streamers are from Nigeria. Now the thing is that Nigerian streamers do not give that much money in quotes, right? So you have to see how you can get foreign audience to listen to your songs because we pay less for Spotify here than abroad or in the Western world, and they are the ones with the highest number of streaming income per se. But the goal is that once you're able to use Suno any of this to generate. It can be rap, it can be whatever. You can use whatever you can use, male voice, female voice, rap, Afrobeats, whatever. The songs, just have an idea of songs, create it, and you can push it. And yeah, so that's basically how to monetize here with again, shameless plug, you can go and listen to to my song on here, Echo Sounds and all. All right. So how does this work practically? I think I have a slide that talks about sort of, yeah. So like I mentioned, which is what I'm currently doing right now, uploading songs to streaming platforms like Spotify that pay about $0.00 per cent. Sorry, not per cent, per stream. So the higher the streaming numbers, the higher the pay comes in. So I know someone who had 500,000 streams and it was paid $200. And someone who had someone who had 5,000 streams and I was paid $2,000. So there are two different kind of audience. So like I said, if you can get audience abroad listening to the music, the higher the pay. But if only Nigeria listen to the music, then the pay is not that much. But the point is that there is pay, like you can monetize it. So you can upload the songs to YouTube Music using DistroKid as a distributor, or also record label as well. You can also create background songs for YouTubers. You can create custom jingles for bill for brands, create custom audio ads, view video ads, write the scripts. I can do like there's a whole lot of opportunity you can actually think of doing right now. Also produce beats for content creators, or do voice over for content creators. Whatever kind of music you want to generate, AI can do it, right? Like I said, Sono can do it well. We have Music GPT as well. We have 11 Labs, and again, shameless plug, Podio is launching soon. We're launching Podio soon, especially for Afro beats. I say we can fast in, from creation to streaming platforms and then to record labels. It's coming out soon, but hopefully we can wrap it up before Q1. So this is a summary how you can generate, income with AI music. Again, like I said, it's all about the desire to create and share. Right. So these 500 streams I have, basically family and friends. I think other people also found the music just by searching on Spotify and YouTube Music as well. But then you just have to spend time to promote it and see who listens, and then you begin to have listeners, and then the money can keep ranking in if you have confidence with that. All right. So this is actually cliche. Again, no question before we move to the third one. Are there questions around AI music generation as an income stream with AI? I'll wait for the chats briefly and see if there are any questions. Okay, no questions. I'm guessing everything is making sense. Okay, all right. So we have automation for businesses. So this is cliche. I mean, that's like the first thing anybody can. Oh, have yeah. Go ahead, Priscilla.
All right, hello, and well done. Thank you for this session. So the question I want to ask about creating your music with Suno and uploading it on Spotify. Is there any like do you have any right to that song that you produce on Suno? Could there be any maybe uh fact that Suno has a legal right to that song? I just wanted to know like what they even call it. Is it privacy or something like that they call it? Who actually has the
Yeah,
song? Could it be you or Suno in particular?
yeah, that's a good question. Thank you. So if you use the free version of Suno, you don't have any rights to sell the song. Suno owns it, right? But then if you pay for Suno, use the paid version of Suno, then you get a license to own all the songs you actually generate. I'm looking to see if I can find, so this is my dashboard on Suno. I'm looking, hold on, see if I can find, oh, subscription has finished. Oh, I see. Okay, but yeah, that's answer to your question. So if you're using the free version, You don't own, you can't sell, you can't put it on Spotify. You don't own any license or copyright to the songs, right? But once you pay for a subscription on Suno, then you pay for a license as we can sell it and do what you want to do with it. Yeah, so you own the song once you pay for it. Yeah, copyright. Thank you, Cheryl, for that. Thank you for the question. That was good question. Okay. Now, another thing there is that I know I mentioned earlier the Suno and any of the similar platforms can generate the lyrics for you, right? But I've always thought it best to generate the lyrics yourself if you can, because some of these AI tools, because they're being trained using different, music models and different samples, can generate a lyrics based on an existing song, right? And that also could be breaching people's copyrights. Because I know that someone who uploaded a song on YouTube was AI, but then AI had to take, this Ed Sheeran song, is it Photograph? I think. So it took a piece of the lyrics from the Ed Sheeran song and even the sound into that particular song he put on YouTube, and it was flagged down, and they took down the video, right? So it's always good to, if you can, create your own lyrics and try to give the AI the kind of, instrumental, the kind of beats you want. But I think they're actually getting better. Most of these tools that are paid for do good job of actually not infringing on existing music copyrights. But yeah, that's the answer to your question. Thanks for asking that. All right. So AI automation for businesses. Now, like I said, this is cliche because everybody who tells you automation AI is always talking about how can businesses, utilize this. And first of all, business, especially in this part of the world, businesses are slow because they're all doing manual, processes. I fill a form, it takes a long time to get feedback from customer service. Nobody calls until the next day. There's a lot of opportunities because everybody's trying to do manual work right now. There's a need for them to, be automated, right? So you can automate a lot of things, a whole lot of things, from marketing to sales to operations, a whole lot, right? So I'm currently consulting for a company, and everything from onboarding a new employee down to marketing, down to a whole lot is all automated. Like, because people are trying to reduce the stress from their staff, and staff are looking to be more productive. So rather than spending time replying, AI can do that. But the point is that there's opportunity to help businesses actually get better. And then there are tools that can do it without coding. N8N is very popular. They just raised some funds to improve their flow. Voice agent can have a voice customer support person that calls people, AI calls people, book meetings, give them receipt. Just do normal, voice agents or support agents can do, or they reduce the time to hire more people. And Zapier is there as well. Make it similar, and its relevance AI is also there. So all these are no code platforms you can use to automate or do a whole lot, here as well. I think I have one more sample, but yeah, so you can actually build and reuse for clients. An example of this is, let me see if I can share the, just hold on. Let me see if I can share what I have on here. Just give me a sec, and it's going. I'm coming, just give me a sec. Okay, I think I have it here. All right, so I'm going to share, just to share this flow. All right, so this is one of the automation we have on Aptalik Labs portfolio. So this is, you can see the title up here, automate social media posts with AI content and image, whatever. Now, content creation is hard for small businesses, right? So what this automation does, as you can see here, as a trigger, and this trigger creates the AI model that creates the content, schedules the content and put it in a spreadsheet, and then shares that content on LinkedIn, X, and Facebook. create an image to attach to that content and post regularly. So, which means that the small business owner do not really need to bother much about creating content regularly. So you either schedule content to go out every Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday, every Friday, so whatever you want to do. AI can actually automate that. So if this was for one company, that is where this statement that says that you can build systems once and reuse them for many clients. If, let's say, someone who is a makeup artist or a lawyer, someone who needs to automate or needs to create content, but is busy to create content, we cannot, sell this to them and say, oh, I have this automation that can create content for you 3 times, even every day, depends on the budget. Every day, we don't bother, it sends it out on X, creates posts and, Facebook, even Instagram, you can add Instagram as well. Just pay this amount of money and it goes out. If the person says yes, I can use the same thing for different people, just change the prompts. So again, like I said, prompt is also important. You can change the prompt for use for either a school or a law firm or a construction firm, real estate, whatever. You can sell, you can build once and reuse and sell to different people, just depending, right? So again, like I mentioned earlier, it's about the consistency. Once you understand how this works, you can automate a whole, lots of things. Now, again, shameless blog at Aptaric Lab, Hazard Academy, we actually teach you how to build automation for free, right? So either agents, either the code or no code part, you can learn end-to-end Zapier a whole lot for free. And at Aptaric Academy, again, shameless blog, try, you can check it out. All right. I have one question on here. Is marketing automation the same as AI automation? So yes and no. The answer is yes, right? Because AI automation is how you automate marketing. I don't know if that makes sense. So AI automation is the act, like is what you need to do to automate different things. So if you automate using AI in marketing, then it's called marketing automation. If you automate it in sales, it's sales automation. If you automate it in anything else, the operation is called operation automation. So it depends. So anywhere that you put automation into, you can borrow the name. So you use AI automation to make marketing automation. I don't know if that makes sense. So if I build, again, we have one other project on that dashboard that automates voice follow-up. So for example, someone says, fill out this form and reach out to you. Normally, if we have 500 people fill the form, I have to be the one or somebody in the team has to be the one to call everybody one by one. But now with AI automation or marketing automation, we can have AI that calls all those that fill the form to qualify them move to the next stage, right? So applying AI to marketing makes it marketing automation, right? If that makes sense. Is that clear? I can't see your name clearly on here, but I just hope it's clear. Okay. I'm just assuming that the explanation was clear. All right. So moving over to, okay, thank you for confirming. To AI voice automation. So not automation, sorry, AI voice overs and audiobooks. So AI can turn text into natural sounding speech. As even as I saw an IG Reels where somebody was listening to an AI podcast and the AI was coughing, right? It's strange because AI don't cough because they're not human beings. But AI was trying to be as natural as possible by implementing cough sounds just to sound natural, right? We have a whole lot of, voices that you hear and they sound so real that you feel like it's a human talking, but it's AI, right? So that's one reason why this can actually work. And we can use this for different things, videos, courses, storytelling. There are those who want to create courses, but either the camera shy or see, creating courses is actually a lot. Content creation is a lot, right? Because you have to create the scripts, you have to be on camera. There's so many, bloppers you cancel it is a lot, right? So people want something fast that they can use to sell and tell stories about markets or whatever. Now AI can do that, right? And then content creators, authors are looking for high quality narration. This is where AI comes in. Now, so again, I'm talking about what I've used and done. So 11 Labs and Speech can do it. I know there are other people that can do it as well, but I'm just telling you what I've used. 11 Labs is great. It has African voices. It has, different kind of voices you can use to test it out. Now, speech is a lot more Nigerian. So a Nigerian created speech. You can have someone read Yoruba, not someone AI, read Yoruba, read Igbo, read Hausa, even English in a Nigerian tone and accent. Makes it a little bit more local, right? And that you can actually read a lot of things. So many ideas you can actually do with this. Now, I think I have one more slide. Okay, sorry, this this was it called? The zero, not zero, the cycle didn't fix well. But I don't know if you can see this number here. So in 2024, I paid someone, when I was preparing for this webinar, I didn't realize how much I paid for this service. I paid 650, okay, this over here, $657 for someone to generate an audio book of the book I wrote. Now, this is the book. Let me see if I can show it on here. You can see me on the screen. This is the book. Hope you can see it. I'm not sure, but this is the book, right? It's 107 pages and it's a lot of content, about 9 different chapters. Now, I gave it to this guy and he said, I'll deliver in 10 days. Now, he delivered in 10 days, but it was too fast. And I was impressed it was too fast. Now, I thought he was the one that actually narrated it. He said he was the one, but I know he wasn't, right? But he used AI to do it. But I could hardly tell it was AI. It was fast, and he just got $600+ just use AI to do it. Now, this is how it sounded. I'm going to play, just hold on. Let me go to the website of the book and play it. Uh, no, not DevMob. DevMob book. Yeah, just hold on. Okay, so this is the website for the book. I'm going to play the audio.
Introduction. The field of technology is evolving at a rapid pace, leading to a growing demand for skilled developers. As competition for top talent intensifies, companies are exploring new and innovative methods.
Now, this is how it sounded, right? It sounded like a real person, right? You can argue it's not real, but what I know is AI. He later said it was AI, and I definitely knew it was AI, But then it's hard to tell. You can listen, understand, and then move. And he just made 600K off me by saying he can do. If you can see his ad here, he said, "I'll record a deep male voice over for your audio book." He just plugged AI and he just made his money and left, right? So the point is that this is monetizable. I know lots of authors who want to create audiobooks, for their books, but it's expensive. An audio studio in Lagos at the time said we're going to charge 900,000 naira to generate audiobook for this particular content. It's a lot of money. Not everybody can afford it. But there are tools they can use to generate the audiobook for less, and you can charge what you want to charge for businesses or authors who need that kind of service. Like I did, and I paid this amount of money for it. People can pay a lot more for the similar service as well. Now, I want to show you something here with speech. Now, if you're listening to this guy,
to attract and retain developers.
this is definitely, an American Western voice, right? But Speech, it's a Nigerian startup that launched, and they can generate the same audio, but using Nigerian kind of accent. Now, let me just paste, let me find some copy and paste something random. Let's go back to this guy. Let me just paste this here. Okay, I can't copy this. Okay, let me see if I can copy. Yeah, I can copy this. Come over here. Um, Text to speech, John, Lucy, English, English. I'll put Jude, paste it here, and let me generate it and see how it sounds like. For those who want to do voiceovers that have close similarity to Nigerian, okay, let's see.
Insightful tips on different strategies for effectively marketing to developers. Community building, leveraging the power of community to interact with developers.
All right. So you had that. Okay, this other one I had was John. Let me see, John.
Your support has made all the difference. Thank you for your dedication to students' success.
All right. Let me see if I can find a female voice just to compare everybody. So they actually give like a free, you can see just $1 that's free. Free $1 is, hold on. Let me do for Lucy. Yeah, Lucy. Let's do Lucy. So I'm not sure they brought in the Igbo version or, the Yoruba native tongue version here.
Insightful tips on different strategies for effectively marketing to developers, leveraging the power of community to interact with developers.
It's a lot better. Like it sounds really like it's a lot better. Yeah. So the point is that you can generate like real voices, via text to speech translation. You can do a whole lot, and try to position yourself to sell it, right? So again, the skill is one, that the marketing is a different thing altogether, but the service is there is a point, and I could not believe I paid this amount of money for this service, but it was needed at the time. So you can actually begin to see how this actually works for you, as well. Okay, so this is the last thing, I guess. Yeah, that's the last thing. But then how do you get started? So first of all, you have to pick one, not all four. There's so many things you can do, but just pick one, try it, be consistent, get better, push it, market it, and see how far it can go. Because if you take a lot of things at once, you get distracted, and if you want to, because some tools have to be paid for, right? Of course, you need to get some paid tools to make a lot of money from that, but you can also try with the free tool to test the waters. But the point, you have to invest in it. So you have to pick one, learn one too deeply. If you learn NHN, that's fine. If it's speech, that's fine. Level lab, that's fine. Whatever you want to learn, pick one. Be good at it. So no, that's all right. And learn DP and build sample projects. The most important one, that's where the money is getting clients, right? Getting clients. But then the point is that because if I tell someone, especially for the fashion idea is like the one that I love the most because I know people who reach out, asking, please be my model, begging to be models for different kind of people. But if I tell them, okay, instead of paying 50K to photographer, I'm paying an additional 50K to somebody as a model, I can give you 5 different images for your new brand at just 30K, 40K. I'll not be at loss because the tools I'm paying are way less, and Gemini is free for a start, right? If you compare the 100K and the 30K with almost the same outcome, many will go for it, right? So the point is asking and seeking for clients. And again, for authors, instead of paying over 900K, 1 point whatever to generate audio for their books, can give them reduced price. We had the sound of Lucy from speech, almost natural. Like I love the way she spoke right there. Yeah? So you can actually use that as well. So the point is pick one and see how that progresses eventually. I think I'm actually done here. But yeah, so last reminder is that AI is not replacing opportunity. I see a lot of people talk about AI replacing jobs and stuff like that. Well, it's all about, upskilling, using what's possible, create more opportunity to use it. Pick one, focus, practice, be consistent, and yep, eventually you will definitely get what you're looking for. Most of these are passive income, right? Passive income streams, just to see how we can increase income, monetize, especially as economy is going where we don't know. But yeah, that's the point. Thank you so much for joining. Any question? Again, shameless plug. Please follow up Study Club on X or visit After the Academy and join the free class and learn how to build automation for businesses, right? So I think this is going to be like a series. We did 4 today. Next time we're going to pick another 4 or 3, whatever, and see how we can touch as much as possible, and you can choose what you want to choose and move along. So once again, thank you everyone. And yes, any questions at this point?